break up with John right now. I was dating him first, so John belongs to me. You can't have him.
What? Who are you?
I hear that you're going around telling people that you and John are getting married, but I know that's not true. He would never marry you. Would you stop embarrassing yourself and give him back to me? If you don't do as I say, I'll make you regret it.
What the? Excuse me? I don't know what your problem is, but don't plan on doing anything you just said. John and I are engaged. There's nothing you can do about that.
So what? I won't let that happen. I will take him back from you.
Girlfriend? Are you John's ex-girlfriend? He told me that he once had a girlfriend who was crazy about him. So it was you, huh?
I'm not his ex. I'm his girlfriend. I still am and always will be. Some random woman like you can change that. I don't know what got into him to make him want to marry someone like you, but I know that's all your fault. You must have tricked him. Would you stop getting in the way and leave us alone? You're really causing a lot of trouble. You should be ashamed of yourself. Besides, do you really think anyone would unmarry an old woman like you? Oh, please. You're making me cringe just thinking about you in a wedding dress at your age.
Hey, don't get ahead of yourself. I get that you're upset, but that doesn't give you the right to act childish. John chose me fair and square. I didn't do anything to manipulate him. If anything, you should feel embarrassed for making a scene when John's already made his choice. There's no need to get hysterical just because he's not marrying you. Sorry if I seem a bit older, but John chose me despite the age difference. That's just how it is. By the way, why do you even care how old I am?
Because I'm still in my 20s. How could I lose to an old woman like you? I'm younger and prettier. Of course, I'm the better choice. Way better than some 30-something-year-old woman like you. Why would John choose you over me? I don't understand it at all.
What? Why don't you hear the reason from John himself? Maybe hearing it from directly will make giving him up easier. Why do you even know my number? I don't think we have any friends in common, and John knows that I don't like people sharing my number without my consent. How could you have found out how to contact me?
I took your phone number from John's contact list on his phone.
What? Hang on. How did you even get his phone in the first place? John and I started dating after the both of you broke up. How could you have gotten my phone number? Unless you've seen him recently.
You can't marry him. John is mine. I know everything about you. You should be reasonable and stay away from him.
Okay, I really think that you need help. You're not going to like it, but that's called being a stalker. Anyway, I'm going to block you, so stop bothering me. Without John, you really should learn when to give up. You guys have already broken up. What is the point in clinging to him? I've already decided that John and I are going to get married. So you've just got to accept that I haven't tricked him. We're just in love.
Shut up! You don't have the right to be with him because he was with me first. I'm going to take him back from you no matter what it takes. I suggest that you give him up first. If you don't want to get hurt, he's going to choose me anyway. When he realizes what a mistake he's made.
What are you talking about? He doesn't belong to you. He doesn't belong to anyone. He's not a thing. And he's chosen me. So you should accept that. But I have something I want to ask you.
I don't care. You'd better break up with him. I'm not going to forgive you if you marry him. He's mine and only mine.
Your name was Sophia, right? Are you listening to me? When did you last see John?
Emily, I know you're going to hate me for doing this again, but I was suddenly asked to attend a business meeting with a client at work, so I can't see you tonight. I really wanted to go and see that movie with you, but it looks like we're going to have to go another day. I'm really sorry. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Alright, I guess we can go next weekend. John, before you go, I have something I want to ask you. Do you have a few minutes?
What is it? Is something wrong?
It's your ex-girlfriend. Her name is Sophia, right?
Yeah? Why? What's wrong? Why are you suddenly asking about my ex?
She messaged me this morning. I tried to ignore her, but she was being really persistent. I was wondering how she got my number in the first place. Did you tell her?
What did Sophia message you? Seriously, what did she say?
She told me that she took my number from your phone, but she could have only done that if you've met up with her since we started dating. Have you?
What? How can you have that thought?
Did you meet her without telling me, John?
Of course I haven't met her. Don't you trust me? She's just trying to make you suspicious of me so that she can try and break us up. Don't you remember me telling you how obsessive she was? She was really dependent on me for everything and was jealous all the time. That's why I left her. I couldn't handle how clingy she got. She still has a thing for me, but that doesn't mean anything to me. Trust me, you can't just let her ruin our relationship when the wedding is just a few weeks away. Just block her and ignore her.
How can I do that when I feel like you're not telling me the truth? If you say that you haven't met her, then how does she have my phone number? She couldn't have gotten it from anybody else. You're the only person we have in common.
I don't know. Okay, I might have actually told her your number in the past. I'm sorry, but I only told her because she was saying stuff like, if you don't tell me, you'll regret it. She was saying all sorts of weird stuff. I mean, she always does. So I thought she might try and bother you if I didn't tell her. I really think that there is something wrong with her. So I felt it was best to just do what she wanted. And I told her your phone number. I mean, I thought it was better than her trying to get closer to you. I was afraid she might try and hurt you.
If that's so, then why didn't you warn me? You should have given me a heads up that your jealous ex-girlfriend might try and get in touch with me. And maybe I'd been able to block her beforehand or something. You know, I don't like when people share my number without me knowing. So can you please just ask me the next time someone asks for my number? I've already blocked her, but she's already creeped me out and she's that obsessive.
I get it, and I apologize. I should have been more considerate. I was just trying to avoid upsetting her. But I'm sorry you had to experience that. I know it can be unsettling, but trust me, I'm committed to us. Don't let her tactics affect you. She's just attempting to come between us. I'll have a conversation with her and do my best to make her stop, so you don't have to worry about her anymore.
Yeah, please? I really don't want her to message me anymore. She really does her best to make me feel bad about myself. John, you haven't cheated on me, have you?
What? Why would I do that horrible thing? Of course, I haven't been doing anything like that. I swear, I hadn't even thought about anyone else except you.
I'm sorry, it's just, I had a bad feeling when I spoke with her. It was really like she knew something I didn't. You haven't lied to me about something, have you? And there's nothing else you want to announce other than the fact that you told her my number?
Of course not. I would never lie to you. I promise. Do you really not trust me that much?
It's not that. It's just, I don't know,
Emily, listen to me. Please don't let her get to you. She's just trying to make you doubt me so that we'll break up. I'm not exaggerating when I say she's crazy. But we're getting married in a few weeks, remember? Think about this rationally. I chose you. You don't have to think about anyone else.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to say, but I still feel like something's not right. It's really bothering me, so I can't help but think about it until I know what it is.
Come on, you have to believe me. We're going to get married. I'm going to become your husband. What are you going to do if you can't trust the man that you're going to spend the rest of your life with?
You're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have doubted you so much. I'll try not to think about it. I'm probably overthinking things anyway. Sorry. I bothered you with something so stupid before your meeting. Don't worry about me and do your best. When can we go watch that movie another time?
Don't worry. Just trust me. I'm sorry about the movie too. I'll make it up to you later. We're still going to have dinner tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Emily, what's wrong? Hurry up and come back to the hall so we can continue the service. I know this is our big day, but we can't keep the guests waiting forever, you know?
What's wrong? Are you seriously asking me that? You saw what she did, didn't you? You were right there. Came after us when you saw Sophia and asked me to have a chat, and you saw everything. So why are you so calm? Why aren't you angry with me?
Emily, I don't get what the big deal is. Don't be so dramatic. Just come back to the hall so we can continue. Where are you? You didn't leave the venue, did you?
You've got to be kidding me. Do you think I'm overreacting? Your ex-girlfriend slapped me in the face. I honestly believe she wanted to have a civil conversation. But the moment we got into that hallway, she turned and smacked one out of nowhere. So why are you acting like nothing happened? Why didn't you even attempt to stop her? I can't believe it. All you said was sorry, she's just a little jealous, and walked away. You're the groom. Couldn't you have asked her to leave? She wasn't even invited in the first place. Instead, you made it seem like I should just brush off what she did because she was a little jealous. That doesn't give her the right to hit me. Honestly, I'm panicking because this whole situation is absurd. I'm in no state to go back to the hall right now.
Come on, Emily, don't be like that. Why are you making such a big fuss out of this? I said I'm sorry. It wasn't even me that hit you. She really was just a bit jealous, that's all. You should loosen up a little.
How can you say that? I don't get how you can just casually laugh. It's like it was all a joke to you. She actually hit me, and that's assault. I'm starting to remember you were smiling earlier when you walked past us. You didn't even seem that surprised she hit me. You might not fully grasp it, but this situation is a whole lot more serious than you think. You even seem pretty content. Am I wrong?
It's not that. Of course, I'm not happy. But I don't think that it's such a big deal. And I was actually pretty surprised. I didn't know stuff like this actually happened outside the movies. I guess this is what people call a catfight, huh? And I didn't know that Sophia was that jealous. Seriously, I don't know what got into her. But I don't think she'll do it again, so don't worry.
You don't seem sorry at all. It looks like you're actually enjoying this. I certainly didn't invite her, so you must have given her the date and the address. And now your ex-girlfriend has crashed our wedding. It must be amusing for you to picture two women fighting over you. She went too far. If you were even half the man I thought you were, you should have put a stop to it. Instead, you just laughed and made excuses for her.
Emily, I'm not thinking that at all. But seriously, I just think that you're making a big deal out of nothing. I was just laughing because I was surprised.
I swear, I was the one who was surprised. I couldn't believe someone would actually hit me, and it's shocking that you just stood there doing nothing. Don't you have any feelings about this? She turned to violence, and you didn't do a thing. You seemed to enjoy that she was jealous enough to hit me.
Why are you so mad? Like I said, I didn't hit you. You're being childish. Today's a special day for us, the biggest one in our lives. Don't let it get ruined just because Sophia's feeling a little jealous. You might be older, but there's still some growing up to do, Emily.
Excuse me? I'm the one that needs to grow up? You're saying that to a woman who got slapped in the face, to your wife, and what are you still laughing about? This isn't funny.
Calm down, Emily. There's no need to get so angry. It was just a slap. You don't have to overreact. You're acting a bit childish. I don't want you to blow this out of proportion. We're here to celebrate, and by getting so worked up, you're putting a damper on everyone's mood. Can you please get your attitude in check? Everyone's waiting.
What? Just a slap? She slapped me twice, said that slap was a warning, and then walked away. I was so shocked that I didn't even grab my clog and strike back at her. Why is it that suddenly I'm the bad guy? I hate to keep our guests waiting, but I think they'd understand if they knew what really happened.
That's because she's still in love with me. She can't help but be jealous. She must have come to the venue knowing that she would have to have a showdown with you. She has guts, but too bad for her, I'm already yours. She just got a little bit jealous and slapped you, that's all. Let's just forget about it and get on with the ceremony. Come on, stop pouting and come back to the hall. Or just tell me where you are, I'll go and collect you.
It's pointless talking to you. Don't worry about that. I've already called my lawyer.
What? Why would you do that?
Unbelievable. You're actually asking me why? Because of you and your ex-girlfriend. That's why I've had enough.
What are you talking about? Why would you have to call a lawyer? Let's calm down and talk about this first.
Don't make me laugh. Way past the point of just talking this through. You don't care about my feelings in this situation. I want my lawyer to assist us in handling this matter. We can arrange a meeting for all of us someday. However, for now, I'll be meeting with him to explain the situation. You can stay in the hall if you want, but either way, the wedding is off. I'm not coming back.
What? What are you talking about? You can't just make that decision without me. I'll get seriously mad if you keep throwing out threats like that. Emily, are you listening to me? Get back to the hall right away so we can continue the ceremony. Everyone's waiting for you. You're only going to upset our guests.
Shut up, John. You've got a lot of nerve. I'm not going to marry you. Accept that.
What? Did you just tell me to shut up?
So what if I did? It seems like you don't grasp how serious this situation is, so let me break it down for you. Even before today, your ex-girlfriend was threatening me, bombarding me with messages and doing things that could be seen as stalking. And today, she's finally gone too far and physically assaulted me. Do you get the serious of that?
Well, if you have to say it like that, then yeah, it sounds bad. But you really don't have to be that harsh. She really is in love with me, that's all. But she couldn't help it, you're just exaggerating.
Yeah, it sounds bad because it's a crime. And yet, you think that I'm exaggerating? I'm talking with my lawyer right now, and I'm going to show him this conversation. So maybe you should be careful of what you say.
You're exaggerating. You've called a lawyer. How dramatic can you get? Emily, why don't you just come back to the venue and let's talk about this? We can talk about this without him. There's no need to go that far.
I want a lawyer. Your exes actually hit me, and that is assault. Her threats are much more worrying. I don't want to leave this problem unresolved and end up facing something even worse in the future. I want to speak to someone who won't dismiss my concerns and consider me being overly dramatic.
Alright, I get what you want, a lawyer. But are you serious about the wedding? You're going to cancel it?
Finally, you get it. From now on, I want my lawyer to be our go-between. If you need to reach me, you'll have to do it through him. We'll have to discuss this in person at some point, so I'd like you to bring your ex-girlfriend when we do. And yes, I plan on reporting this incident to the police, so be prepared to answer questions. Don't even think about lying to defend your ex. I've already asked my parents to check the venue about their CCTV, and it seems they're willing to provide us with a copy.
What? Are you really going to cancel the wedding? I can't believe it. Your parents are starting to make an announcement, and you want to do this? I can still stop them. Wait, they're telling everyone what's happening. Emily, think about this. Are you sure you want to cancel this wedding? You can't undo this.
Of course I'm sure. Is there a problem? Because I can't think of a good enough reason to continue it. I'm going to cancel the wedding, and I don't plan on rescheduling.
Emily, are you out of your mind? Just because my ex-girlfriend did something stupid doesn't mean that you have to go this far. What do I have to get punished for? You're going way too far, Emily. Calm down and think about this. This is reality, and you can't undo this when you realize you've made a mistake.
Don't get why you're not getting it. You're the only one who needs to cool down and take a more rational look at the situation. I want to cancel our wedding because I was treated like that. I'm just relieved you don't push for us to file our marriage certificate before the ceremony. Saves me the hassle of going through a divorce.
What? You haven't even gone through the registry office?
No, I haven't. I told you. I had a bad feeling when I spoke to your ex-girlfriend, remember? You told me to forget about it, but I already decided that I wouldn't file it until I found out why.
I don't remember you saying anything like that.
And I'm telling you, I did. The way you tried to steer me away from thinking about it then was suspicious too. Well, it turns out it wasn't just my imagination. I was right to doubt you. I thought I could forgive you for what you'd been doing, but being slapped by your ex-girlfriend actually helped to wake me up. Plus, you didn't try to stop her or defend me. You were too busy enjoying the drama of having two women fight over you. But it helped me realize that I was making a mistake to marry you.
But why would you say that? I told you I'm sorry, okay? It's not even my fault, but I'm still being really sincere. The least that you could do is try and rethink canceling the wedding.
No, thank you. I'll stick with my decision and send you a bill for the wedding costs. And John, you can think that I'm stupid, but I already know that you've been cheating on me. We're done, and you're going to pay for it.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? You're going to ask for compensation and make me pay for the wedding alone? Even though you're the one that canceled it?
I canceled it because I can't marry a lying cheater like you. I'm going to demand the compensation I'm owed. And your affair led to the wedding being canceled, so you're going to cover the full costs. Don't even bother asking me if I'm sure. I'm not going to change my mind. So why don't you enjoy the rest of your life with the woman you were cheating on me with? Oh wait, you were cheating on me with Sophia, right? I'm sure you'll be very happy together. What a perfect match.
Wait a minute, you can't be serious. Please stop making weird threats, Emily. I love you. I only love you. I don't want to break up. Please don't cancel the wedding. You don't have to go that far. Let's get married and make each other happy.
You must be joking. I've already made up my mind. I'm not coming back to get married. Who would want to marry a bastard like you?
What did you just call me? You're the one that suddenly decided to cancel the wedding without warning me. Wait, Emily, this is all just your misunderstanding. I was never serious about Sophia. Please, Emily, tell everyone you made a mistake. My mom and friends are really angry. They're all sending me messages and they sound really pissed about me for the affair. I'll tell you all the truth, so please tell them you still want to continue the wedding.
What a jerk. I don't know where you're hiding, but you better come out soon. I want to get the compensation and stuff sorted out as soon as possible, so I don't ever have to talk to you ever again. No matter how much you explain, it won't change the fact that you were cheating on me and doesn't exempt you from taking responsibility for your behavior.
Sophia is my ex-girlfriend, but that doesn't mean that I still have feelings for her. I would never choose her over you. She's in a lot of debt, so I never even thought about being in a long-term relationship with her, let alone marrying her. But she was really persistent, so I couldn't help but go out with her when she asked me to. I was sleeping with her so that she wouldn't ask for anything more. It wasn't anything serious, but then she started thinking that I was still in love with her and wouldn't let me end the affair. I was planning on ending it before the wedding, but she wouldn't listen to me. You've got to believe me, I tried.
That's the exact same excuse every other asshole on the face of the earth makes when they've had an affair. You try to make it out to be someone else's fault, but it's really all your own responsibility. The excuses you made are all so pathetic. It's embarrassing. I can't imagine how disappointed you must be to lose me. But feel great knowing that I was able to avoid what could have been the worst mistake of my life.
Emily, please, I don't want to break up. I'll do anything to make it up to you. Please. Some of our guests were colleagues from work, and some of them were my managers. If you do this, it'll affect my work life too. It's going to be really embarrassing for me to go back to work on Monday. You've got to tell them that it was a misunderstanding. Please, forgive me. Let's call all the guests back and have the ceremony.
Do you really think you'll have a job to go back to on Monday after this?
What? Why would I lose my job?
Didn't you know that the CEO of your company and I are related? Oh, maybe I forgot to mention that.
No way. You're just messing with me, right?
Of course I'm being serious. Did you really think that the CEO of such a big company would take the time out of his busy work schedule just for a regular employee like you? He came because he found out from another relative that I was getting married.
Is that why he came? I didn't know, I swear.
You're the only one that didn't know. All of my relatives knew that you were working at his company and even mentioned it to him. Now he knows you work for him and that you ruined our wedding day with your affair. I think he'll be having a hard time at the office from now on.
What? Please don't leave me. Don't abandon me like this. If we don't get married, my entire life will be ruined. Please, I'll apologize properly this time. I won't meet her ever again, and I promise I'll make you happy.
Too late to start apologizing sincerely now. And no apology will be enough to make me forgive you. After everything you've done, goodbye, you piece of crap. In the end, the wedding I had looked forward to turned into a tense discussion between me, my lawyer, and John, with some of my family members as witnesses. Rumors about John's behavior at the wedding spread among our colleagues, creating a chilly atmosphere at the office. When John returned to work, he was met with an unfriendly environment. His colleagues, who had previously liked John, distanced themselves from him after hearing about his treatment of me. The CEO decided to demote John and transfer him to a branch office in another part of the country. He accepted the transfer to keep his job, especially since he had been court-ordered to compensate me and cover the wedding expenses. John was burdened with financial and emotional debt. His realization of his mistakes came far too late, and he had only himself to blame for losing me.